I guess that Frank Sinatra was one of the greatest singers who ever lived. He was absolutely marvelous. There was one particular song that he used to sing, and I'll give you some of the words, not all of it. And now, he said, the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway. But more, much more than this, I did it my way. What I'm about to say is no reflection on Frank Sinatra. He was simply singing a song. But those words are the most pathetic I've ever heard. Imagine living your life and facing eternity at the end. And the only thing you can claim is that you selfishly did everything your way. It says in the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, all we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every man to his own way. That sin is probably the worst of all, worse than murder or adultery. To knowingly, repeatedly, continuously do it your way. I want to say this. I know that I'm nobody special, but we all have experiences with God. I'm the least of all the brethren. But I can say this. As I head toward the conclusion of my life, though I believe I'll be here for a good while yet, but I know I'm in the fourth quarter. I wanted you to know more, much more than this. I did it His way. When I was very young in Belfast, He came to me. I can't explain that. I'm 18 or 19. He came to me, told me, he said, leave work and start to preach the gospel. There's a problem here. I've never been to university. I've never been to Bible college. That doesn't mean I'm against them. It just never came my way. I couldn't sing. I couldn't play a piano or a guitar. It looked like it was a divine mistake to call me. But I did it His way. I was chosen as the only boy to go to play for Ireland's #1 team, Linfield, with the possibility of going to Glasgow Rangers. And after I got that offer, God came to me and said, I want you. I want you. And I'm glad to tell you, I never signed for Linfield. I did it His way. Then He told me when I had no money, as a young man, 20, 21, to buy a big building. I didn't have even a bank account. No, I'm not boasting. If you think that, you got it all mixed up. Not at all. I'm saying He gives grace when we're determined to do it His way. I bought that building, and God is my judge. Thousands of people got saved in there and healed. And there are several missionaries, pastors, evangelists on the field today who were saved in that building. Then after we had a thriving ministry in Ireland with tens of thousands coming to the Lord, the only term I can use, He jerked me out of it and told me to go live in America. And I'm glad to tell you I did it His way. I did it His way. Am I boasting? No. I just want this to be a personal testimony for you to know that whatever God tells you to do, He'll give you the grace to do it. And He'll make the provision. For where He guides, He provides. And I can say like the Apostle Paul, wherefore, sirs, I was not disobedient unto the heavenly vision. And Paul then went on to say, I've finished the course, and I have fought a good fight. We're still fighting. We're still doing it His way. And poor Frank, I heard his wife say one day that she was there when he was dying. And remember now, I'm talking about a man I admired as far as his voice was concerned. But his wife gave what you'd call a little testimonial. And he was terribly ill. And she whispered to him and said, Frank, do what you've always done. Fight, Frank. Fight, Frank. Fight. And he answered her in a bare whisper and said, I can't. I can't. His time was up. And I trust that that wasn't true of him. I don't know anything about him spiritually. But it's an awful thing to get to the end of your life and say all you did was look after number one. No. Much more than this. I testify because of the grace of God. I did it His way. And I'll see you next time.